so at the same time that was happening, Coastal Camden Art League, I guess the landlord that they had was selling the property.
Oh.
And so they weren't sure where they were going to go
Yeah.
either. So my mom decided to purchase the property and turn it into a gallery that shared a space with Coastal Camden Art League.
What's up, Camden County? You are catching episode 51 of the Getting in Your Business podcast. I'm your host, Alison Shores with the Camden County Chamber of Commerce. This Getting in Your Business podcast is made possible by our Chairman Circle sponsors, Comcast Business, Georgia Power Company, Georgia's Own Credit Union, Lockheed, Sparklight, Plug Power, St. Mary's DDA, TDS Telecom, and Ameris Bank. Thank you to all of our sponsors. All right, guys, let's get down to business today. I have somebody you might recognize, but they are from Community Arts Center Gallery and Gift Shop. So much. Amanda, I know that your mom could not be here with us today, so you're being the good daughter and showing up and talking to us about this. So I'm super excited because I've been in there. I haven't been there recently, but when they first opened, I went in there and there's so much.
Yeah, there really is.
She's done such a great job. So let's talk a little bit about the history about this building.
Sure.
Where they are, and a little bit about like this business and when your mom opened it and all the things.
Sure. So before, the location was just the Coastal Camden Art League.
Okay.
And we'll kind of talk about them in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Prior to what it is now, a shared space, there was the art league there, and then there was a different art gallery that was available in St. Mary's. It was a smaller gallery. Old Town Gallery. I'm sure a lot of people are very familiar with Old Town Gallery. Yeah. So they were downtown. They had one location downtown, relocated closer to the water. And for a few reasons, they had to close their doors. And so at the same time that was happening, Coastal Camden Art League, I guess the landlord that they had was selling the property. Oh. And so they weren't sure where they were going to go either. So my mom decided to purchase the property and turn it into a gallery that shared a space with Coastal Camden Art League.
Oh, so, that's really cool.
Yeah, it was really everything kind of lined up, I think, at just the right time. And so 2/3 of the building now is the gallery. There are 35 to 40 artists at a time generally that are all renting space. It is a co-op, so everybody also works a day.
Okay.
But the gallery does not take any commissions on the sales.
Which is that's remarkable.
Yeah.
That she can do that. And I just love it because people can get in there and sell their stuff. They don't have to, pay out the, I don't know, the 10% or 20% or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they're paying to rent.
Yes, they pay per foot for their space.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so any artists around here can come and sell their stuff if they rent a booth and want to be a part of that.
Yes, assuming that there's space, there might be space now.
When I went in there was no space.
Right.
There was none.
Yeah.
And I was
a little space, which I'm grateful for. And it's nice. So I don't need a lot of space, but there are other artists that maybe have big pieces and they need, more room. So you could pay per the foot.
It's more than just pictures that are painted. It's also I don't want people to think it's just art in that form,
right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of crafts too. And actually I made notes so that I wouldn't leave anybody out.
Yes. I love it.
Crafts include crochet items, handmade candles, soaps, gnomes. So cute. Yeah. Handmade wreaths, decoupage. My mom, she makes baby diaper cakes. And
what?
I know. So you build a whole cake out of the diapers and then decorate.
They're so cute. And she will do this for me. That's what I just heard. She will do this for me.
Yes.
I can go and get a diaper cake.
Yep. So
I hope you guys heard that. If you have any baby showers coming up,
yes.
Diaper
and
cakes
you could buy
here.
them in advance. Their shelf life is fine. Just put it in a safe place. It doesn't have to be last minute, And then at times she might do custom ones. So, if someone comes in and they're like, "Oh, I love this, but could you do it with this?" Then she can modify it. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really great. And now she's even doing gift baskets. So that way it's for maybe a little bit older of a child, not just a little baby.
Yeah.
So it's not really made with diapers. It's more maybe books and a blanket and a plush. And she puts everything together. I know, they're so cute.
I'm probably going there very soon to
Good.
check this out.
Good.
Like, this is so, that is awesome.
It's
Go ahead.
really great. There's also gourd birdhouses, which are really beautiful.
Yeah.
Empty the gourd. They're so nice. Makeup bags, tote bags, embroidery, sewing, rope baskets, quilting, and more. There's so much in there. Just so many gift ideas. It's really awesome.
I remember when I went in there, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't believe all the different things. Like, it wasn't just like the same old thing that you see. It's every like little space is different.
Yeah.
And that is so cool to me.
Yeah. And it's nice too because the building was fine before, but she really renovated everything and it looks so nice. And she put a beautiful chandelier in the front room. And speaking of, actually, that made me just think of, we have an artist of the month each month.
Okay.
And so an artist is highlighted. Generally, it's an artist that's not currently renting space. It's someone additional. But sometimes they might highlight an artist that's already renting space in the gallery. And to highlight them, usually there's a little clip in the paper about them. And then also we do like a first Friday reception.
Yes.
Yes. So it's from 5 to 8 every first Friday. And there's like refreshments and a lot of the artists show up to support. But it's open to everybody. It's not just for...
And it's every first Friday. I know that first Friday is a thing in St. Mary's. But yeah, every first Friday they make sure they participate. I love that. Now, there was something else you and I were talking about. It was like an art cart or something.
Oh yeah. So so every Friday there's a little art cart. It's free to kids. They can choose an item or two for free off of the cart. And so it's geared a little bit more towards some younger children, but anybody, of course, could. But it's coloring books, sidewalk chalk, sketch pads, crayons, colored pencils. There's little wood painting kits, and it's just like a variety. It can change, what she puts in there.
And that's every single Friday?
Every Friday.
And she just puts it out there?
Yeah, it's a little cart.
That is too cute.
Yeah. It's really great.
Oh, that's awesome that she does that. I love her passion for art
in
all of its forms, and how much she's willing to like think outside the box and think, how can I spread a little of this around and create, like, help kids find their, creativity and find that. I don't think there's enough of that anymore.
I know.
So I think that's awesome.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So with the partnership, since it's a shared space, are there like classes and stuff with with Coastal Camden Art League?
Yes, with Coastal Camden Art League. So again, the gallery takes up about 2/3 of the building, and then there's kind of a natural separation. You'll see when you go explore it a little bit more closely. But the Coastal Camden Art League takes up about 1/3, and it's a workspace. So they have a lot of stuff. So let's talk about that for a sec. Well, actually, to start, if you wanted to join, there is an annual fee to join the Art League. It's currently $75 annually to join.
Oh, that's nothing.
Super affordable. It does include displaying a few pieces of your work. So if you pay, your entry, then you can display some of your work for sale. There is a 20% fee that they collect when a piece sells.
Gotcha.
On the Art League side, there is open paint weekly. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So once you pay to participate your annual fee, there's no fee to come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Within that time, you can work on a project for free. You don't have to bring anything with you.
Oh, wow.
So they provide all the materials.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, it's amazing. There's also free veterans classes. It's veterans only.
Okay.
There's no membership required for that. So you do not have to pay the annual fee to participate in the veterans class. Like any veteran can come in for totally free of charge and participate. That's Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
Every Wednesday.
Every single Wednesday.
Every single Wednesday.
I love this.
It's awesome. And their work is incredible. It's really...
I bet it is.
I know. It's really amazing. On Wednesdays from 1 to 3, there's a watercolor class. That weekly class is taught by Katie Rose. It's not through the membership of the Art League. She's teaching kind of separately. And it is $30 per class for that.
Okay.
So that's open to everybody. There's a kids class, which is on Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. It's really for kids ages 6 through 12. And the fee for that is just $10.
Oh,
So
now do the parents have to stay?
the parents don't have to stay.
Okay.
The children are allowed to paint for 1 hour for $10. So the doors are open from,
Okay,
it's like a 2-hour window from 3 to 5 p.m., but they can stay for an hour from when they get dropped off.
Gotcha. Okay.
So obviously the latest you could bring your kid as far.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that they could do painting, drawing, or clay projects.
Oh,
Yeah.
play as well.
Yeah.
Huh,
So
okay.
it's a lot of fun. There's also a teen class that is on Thursdays. It's for ages 13 and up. So theirs is from 5 to 8 p.m. So every Thursday, you've got the younger age from 6 to 12 years of age coming from 3 to 5. And then the older students, 13 and up, are coming from 5 to 8 p.m. That's also a $10 class. They would stay for the full 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they can have the whole window of time there, and they can work on projects of their choice.
Okay.
So they can do anything that they want. They would have guidance from Terry Muse. She is the head of the Coastal Camden Art League. And it's nice. I think it's nice to have a space where the teens can just make whatever they want, And of course, guidance is good.
Yes.
And sometimes I hate to say boundaries. I really don't want to say boundaries.
Yes.
Sometimes it's good, but that freedom to do.
I think it's just cool. Like I was saying earlier, it really inspires creativity. And it gives a place for creativity to happen, I just think that's awesome because I didn't really have, I think all we had when I was growing up was we could paint pottery,
Yes.
that was as far as art and creativity. That's pretty much all we had.
Yeah.
So I just think it's awesome that this is in our community,
Yes.
and there's so much that y'all are packing into it,
Right.
From the gallery side to the Camden Art League side. Cause I know they have paint and sip parties, right?
Yeah. They do have paint and sips.
And I know that they are partnering with the St. Mary's Public Library to do stuff, and with their kids' summer stuff.
Right.
So I just think that it's so awesome, and it's right here in our community. And the thing is that your mom, she loves this stuff. She has to, because she has poured her heart and soul, and it is all evident when you walk in there. This is her passion. She loves her people hard, and I just think that it's just it's obvious. I don't have to know her very well to know that that's what's going on, and that's really, I just think it's awesome.
It is. And it's a long time coming too. My mom's always been a very creative person. And
I was going to ask, because you're artistic, obviously. You've painted the town, as I like to say, you painted our town. But I feel I was going to ask, is that something that just runs in your family? Did you get it from her? Yeah.
For her, I know she's less of a painter, I would say. I've seen some doodles here and there, growing up, long phone calls, at the table, doing things. But she's always been a crafter.
Oh.
Yeah. Even we used to have matching sweatshirts.
Yeah.
The puff paint. And she would
I
make
loved
everything.
the puff paint. Girl, that was life. Okay.
I know. And
kids don't even know.
7, it's you love it. And then by the time you're 9 or 10, it's are we matching?
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
And now it's older. It's yeah, let's match.
Yes.
They say your kids they leave you for a little bit, but they come back.
They come back.
It's true. It's true.
It is. It is.
She made beautiful photo albums. Really, she would craft the covers, the whole thing. It's really, she's always made really beautiful things. She used to make my bows for my hair when I was, a toddler, and bears. I mean, she really has always been into crafting. And I feel in a lot of ways, it's just an underappreciated thing in general, I think, for people to craft. Sometimes there's this narrative that fine art is more important or that it's better. But we don't feel that way, all mediums should be celebrated, especially when they're done at an advanced skill level.
Oh, for sure.
That this is not just something that anybody can do. You really do have to have a knack for it. If you're in that kind of grouping of someone who does well with it, then anyone can do it.
Right.
But No, you can't just hand anybody fabric and a glue gun and something beautiful is going to come out of it.
I'm one of those people that's not going to happen. Like, I need a step-by-step tutorial. And even then, it's not going to come out exactly like what I was thinking.
Right.
You know, I wish I had it. I wish I had that skill. I tell people I can't even draw like stick figures. Like, they don't even come out right. It's like, I'm just not a good. So I admire people with that gift and talent. It's remarkable, what they can do.
And I really encourage everybody to go in and explore all of it, because there's so much more than what we've even talked about,
so
much to see. And there's really just a special like gift in there for just anybody. I mean,
and no matter
find something.
Yes. And no matter when you go, like, somebody in there, I feel like everybody she has working is very passionate about art.
Yeah.
And no matter what, I mean, they're very just kind people that want to help and want to show you, and they're so excited. And I just love passionate people, because I'm very passionate about what I do. So when I see that in somebody else, I'm like, ooh, I get it. And so I think it's awesome. Now, we've given people a lot of information today.
Yes. And there's actually just a little bit more info.
There's still more. Then let's share it, girl.
We mentioned those sip and paint. So they do those, and they also do workshops. Those are on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh.
And then this space is also available for private events and birthday parties. And that could be for any age group. Typically, the birthday parties are younger groups. You can have up to 12 kids.
But they can paint?
Parents don't have to stay. Yes. So the kids get to choose. It's usually a small canvas painting.
Yeah.
So they do get to also choose what they paint. And it includes like goodie bags. So
stop it.
I know. So they get a goodie bag, which usually has a sketchbook and either paint or colored pencil set, depending, I guess, on the age group maybe. And then the family is just responsible to bring like food and drinks. And if they want to have like birthday cake, then the family is responsible for that. But so they could do the kids' parties or just any private event.
People are always asking like, I did not know y'all did birthday parties that they would do that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And the sip and paints are nice because you can attend like a class that they're hosting, or you could have your own private event. So it's nice. And that would be up to 12 people as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And so you could, kind of collaborate with Terry on what you wanted to do for the class. And
so,
and she's not just Terry is a very talented artist.
Oh yeah.
I love her work. I mean, of course, as I've already mentioned, encourage anybody to go in and look around, and they're all so talented, but like Terry is a good person to have in the room with you to guide you on how to develop what you're working on.
Now, when your mom, did we even say her name?
Linda Murray.
Yeah, I was about to say, we didn't even give her a little shout out. We just keep saying Amanda's mom.
I know.
But when she had this vision, did it come out the way that she wanted it?
I think it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think it did.
That's awesome.
And if it didn't, she'd do it again.
Yeah.
And if it didn't, she'd do it again.
Yeah.
She's just very dedicated. She sets a very high standard. I feel she's still very approachable despite that. She just cares so much. And I'm really happy for her to have this space that, as I mentioned, it's like a long time coming. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
Yeah.
And for it to have happened at a time where there was a need, I feel like, for the space, and an opportunity for the artists that were at Old Town to come over, even the previous, I guess we could say, owners of Old Town, they kind of were participating for a while, I think, as long as they could.
Yeah.
And so it was nice. It was like a coming together, I feel, of, local artists and local art.
And that's what I love. We have some talented people here in Camden County. I don't think people really realize the talent that's here.
I know.
And so I'm so thankful that she was, had this passion and everything to do this, because it's so cool to have in our community,
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Do you want to tell people, because like I said, we did give them a lot of information. Do you want to tell people where they can find this information?
Yes. So Coastal Camden Art League has a Facebook page. They chose to not modify the name or change it when they kind of joined forces, just so that it would prevent confusion.
Yeah.
The logo of the page is the mural that's on the outside of the building. So it does say the Community Art Center and Coastal Camden Art League. They are located at 2006 Osborne Road in St. Mary's. They're right beside what used to be Georgia's Own in St. Mary's.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to think what was it even across the street. I would get it wrong even if I did that.
Yeah.
Every time even though I drive there all the time.
I do take it slow.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that I don't miss the driveway.
Yes.
But they are also open 7 days a week.
I was going to say their hours are amazing. Like every single day.
Every day, 7 days a week. It's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. But Thursdays, they're open till 8 p.m. so that they could stay open for that teen class.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Did we cover everything?
I think we did.
Did we make Mom proud today?
I hope so.
Yes, I hope we did too.
I know.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Amanda, for coming in here and talking about Community Art Center, Gallery, and gift shop, because that, I feel like even that name doesn't encompass everything that's even in there. But there's just, and it's not in I want people to know it's not like in a junky way when I say that. There's just so much. And it's just so...
No, it's pristine. And
it is. It's so clean in there. Like, holy...
I grew up that way.
Yeah. I get it.
In a good way.
Yes. But I think that's awesome. Yeah. So thank you, Amanda, for your time today. We appreciate Linda letting you come in here and talk to us about it.
I'm so glad. I hope that our communities just learned a lot about it and that it encourages them to come participate, just because there's just so much. So I really appreciate this opportunity to talk about it.
Yes.
For having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, guys. You have caught episode 51 of the Getting in Your Business podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe.